Fine. I guess you guys want to hear about it. Okay, well, let's dedicate a whole video to it. Yay! Let's look through this silly little pizzeria that I built, and let's take a look at these horribly organized command blocks. Okay, so starting in the order of how the map goes, we're going to start with the generator. Really, it activates this command block, and it just places a red wool block. If you come up here, you can see where the red wool block is placed and how it powers really the entire pizzeria. That's where the jukebox works. This is the second thing you do. You push the button, and it starts playing.
Hello? Hello?
The phone call. Really, the phone call is just a jukebox with a resource pack over it. Yeah, the music disc 11, I made my own recording and I put it over, and I just put a bunch of those discs in there. Really, it's just me activating redstone. Those command blocks over there, they put the black over the windows, so they were, one, forced to stay into the building, and two, it keeps it completely black and absolute darkness. These command blocks, really, they just mess with the trash cans above, or the garbage. And when you put stuff into the garbage and it hits the certain threshold with the redstone, it will fill that up. This is all like the T-posing Freddy jump scare. Really, it also just opens up a different trash can. For an example, I'm just going to put all of this stuff in there. Boom. And it's going to activate that. Come all the way over here, and it's going to start this line of commands. And we can actually see how it turns off the power, and then the Freddy's there. Originally, he wasn't supposed to be T-posing. I don't know why he was in the final video, but he was supposed to do his little animation, and he actually gets removed from the stage right there. And there's these command blocks under here, which just do the /kill in a certain radius, because you can't kill the statues themselves. So I just placed them under them and made the radius their specific spot on the stage. The commands under here, it will fill in that block. Normally there's a block there, but since this has been played through already, the block isn't there. And then Freddy will spawn above after this has been activated, and the second command block actually removes that so he doesn't spawn multiple Freddys over and over. So that's the first instance. The second instance is this garbage can, and we'll fill it up real quick with just the max amount of items. And we'll run it through. Really, the command tower block, it's just the Bonnie interaction. That's to kill the Bonnie statue. That's to summon the Bonnie animatronic itself with the AI. And that entire command block tower is just to make the generator look like it was destroyed, with the campfires making smoke come out from the bottom, and then everything look like it's been blown up or destroyed. Bonnie will be disappeared because we use the /kill in a certain radius, and this is how Bonnie spawns in. We have him spawn in a certain area, so once the player comes in, he'll be seen. And with this, we actually have it to where this only kills Bonnie. It removes the wool block back there, replaces the Bonnie statue, and then makes the next trash can lid go. So if we come up here, we interact with the door because of the observer. We go down, we see that the block's been removed, and we can't see a Bonnie, and Bonnie's back on the stage. Obviously, with that, the redstone block has been destroyed completely because the generator doesn't work, so we can't turn on the power anymore, and the player is forced to use their flashlight. Let's just fill in this real quick so we can see the next sequence, and we know that nothing happens after the lights go off for the first time, so we just fill up that trash can again, and we know our next task is the dishes, and it automatically changes. This is just a mess up with what commands I was doing. I flipped them around on accident. But we see that nothing has happened, and we actually have our shulker box. It's supposed to, like I said, a lot of this was fixed during the build, and we put our stuff in there. It slowly takes it out and puts it in here, and once it hits its certain threshold, slowly, I'm actually just gonna put more of that stuff in. It will go all the way around in this nasty, unorganized mess of command blocks, all the way out here to where we have our text. And there's our text, and then it gives us a redstone wire. That is actually all the way back in the back bit of the pizzeria. And we place that redstone wire right on top of that command block. It's not there normally, and it'll give us the shovel that can only break coarse dirt. So we have the player in adventure mode the entire game, and this button here, we wanted to use that so we can give the player the iron shovel so they have the ability to destroy this coarse dirt. Okay, so we actually have the stuff in here, and we'll take that out. And what that does, it also has a comparator right there, and it will just run the commands through. It fills in all the stuff that we need, puts the redstone blocks under all the animatronic statues, and then summons them all in for that final interaction where you're running past them. And it removes the black concrete from behind the door. We have the door just replaced with black concrete. We see that none of the animatronic statues are up there, and they're all roaming around the pizzeria right now, which is good. That's how we wanted it to be. And we go into here. There's usually a door there. I've removed it because it was just every time I opened it, it would play this command. Realistically, I should have placed a trigger like a wool block, but all of this is just, it removes all of our old concrete on the windows and doors, so it allows the player to leave right there. Yeah, and so if I go all the way down, and I'm just going to replace this red wool with a redstone block so we can see how the command works. It plays the hallucination effect and tells us to get out. Just the text whispering. And then it removes everything. All the animatronics are still here. And this is where the player had to run and leave. Okay, yeah guys, like I said, this was my first Minecraft map. So this is something I was completely inexperienced in, and I have very little to no knowledge in command blocks at all. So really, everything's unorganized. If I were to do this again, I would definitely need to organize everything and just make it a lot easier for the command blocks to be accessed and not all over the map. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. To all you fellas who stay to the very, very end of the video, I got a little surprise for you guys. Yes, FNAF 2 is in the works, and it's coming very, very soon. And so much work has been put into it. I hope my friends enjoy it, and I hope you do too. See you then.